Good evening, and thank you for joining us. The eyes of the world are on Ukraine tonight, and with close to 160,000 Russian troops still in attack positions, President Biden believes the threat of an invasion remains very high. The defense secretary today said Russia appears to be setting the stage for war, adding combat aircraft and stocking up on blood supply in case of battlefield casualties. Tonight, officials are accusing Russian-backed forces of firing shells at a school in eastern Ukraine, and in a broadcast exclusive, we are inside that kindergarten. But in the hopes of settling the crisis through diplomacy, the Secretary of State made an unscheduled stop at the United Nations today, delivering an impassioned speech and outlining new, quote, theatrical steps the U.S. thinks the Kremlin may take. We have the story covered from every angle, from the front lines in Ukraine to here in Washington. And CBS's Ed O'Keefe is going to start us off from the White House. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Nora. Those developments you mentioned have President Biden and top officials deeply concerned that Vladimir Putin's on the verge of launching a full-scale invasion. But even as Russian troops inch closer to Ukraine, the Biden administration's pushing for a diplomatic solution. Tonight, over 6,000 American troops are in position in Eastern Europe, while the Russian military continues to show off its firepower. The number of soldiers President Putin has assembled growing, close to 160,000. Almost half within 30 miles of the Ukrainian border. And despite Russian state media showing video of Russian troops withdrawing, as Putin has claimed, President Biden today says he's convinced an invasion is imminent.
They have not moved any of their troops out. They've moved more troops in. My sense this will happen within the next several days.
The president also accused Russia of sparking a so-called false flag operation today in eastern Ukraine, where a school was bombed. Both the Ukrainian military and Russian-backed separatists traded blame. Addressing the United Nations Security Council, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the incident is exactly what the U.S. has been warning could happen.
Russia plans to manufacture a pretext for its attack. We don't know exactly the form it will take. It could be a fabricated so-called terrorist bombing inside Russia, the invented discovery of a mass grave, a staged drone strike against civilians, or a fake, even a real attack using chemical weapons.
Despite the dire warnings, Blinken urged Russia to engage in dialogue and diplomacy.
Let me be clear. I am here today not to start a war, but to prevent one.
But the Russians took a different diplomatic approach, expelling the second-ranking American official from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow, something U.S. officials called baseless. And in a written response to U.S. security proposals made last month, Russia warned that if the U.S. and NATO don't agree to keep Ukraine out of the military alliance, Russia will be forced to respond with measures of a military technical nature. Also tonight, Vice President Harris is in Germany for a major global security conference, her biggest moment yet on the world stage. Aides say she's set to focus on rallying European allies against Russian aggression and plans to meet Saturday with Ukraine's president. Nora?
Ed O'Keefe, thank you.